Hi people, how are you? Yeah, this is a bit dark, this lighting, but I'm going to go with it. I wanted to jump on. Happy Friday, everyone, and I hope you've had a good week. How is everyone? Do let me know in the comments. Yeah, I would be really interested to find out if people on the group are practicing a bit of mindful eating, how you are getting along with maybe being kinder to yourself in your self-talk. So today's live, I wanted to do it on reflections, mirrors, images, seeing photos of ourselves. How does that feel for you? So for me, my experience of body dysmorphia is that all of those things that I've just mentioned, and angles and being caught in a light that we don't see as particularly appealing and attractive, has taken up way too much headspace in the past. And the fear of that has actually prevented me from sometimes engaging in life. And I've had a sequence of events this week where I was shopping on Wednesday, and so with shopping, there's often the changing room thing, there's the mirrors. I know a lot of places where you aren't allowed to use the changing rooms. But my past experience is that I remember getting ready for a wedding once that I was going to as a guest. And I was trying on all these dresses, and for some reason this changing room had a light that was shining up above the head. I mean, like, the sense in that is illogical in itself. It is so like an unattractive light. The mirror wasn't particularly great, and it just made me not even want to go to the wedding. That was the truth. And it put me in a foul mood. I tried all these dresses. I wasn't feeling great. I was probably had inflammation at the time. I think I was binge eating and not particularly looking after myself. But it ruined not only my day, but it meant that I was in that lower vibrational state before going to the wedding. So my experience on Wednesday, I was having to get ready for a photo shoot on Thursday, which I'll talk about in a minute. And I noticed my progression in how body dysmorphia has improved with me. Now, one thing I will say is that the journey into healing around this stuff and eating disorders and food issues is not a smooth ride and to freedom. That's not my experience. That's not the experience I've noticed of other people. It does take daily active challenging that stuff and trying different fun or light or cheeky or childlike ways to be able to lighten the load, right? So on Wednesday, I'm trying on all these dresses. I'm feeling great. 95% of the day I was free, and I was working all that like I am more than my body, and really zoning into my heart and really trying to get myself in the highest vibrational state that I could possibly be in for the photo shoot on Thursday. It's coming to the end of the day, and I'm going back to the car park, and I'm walking in Cabot Circus, and I catch my reflection in one of the shop windows. Now, I know that everybody has experienced that, where suddenly I'm looking at something which is like one of those mirrors that you get in the fun fair, you know, where it's like, woo, huge. And for a moment, I thought, oh my God, is that the truth and I'm in delusion? Oh my God, is that what I really look like? And I caught it for a minute. And there it is, there's my Achilles heel. There's my moment of choosing either to go into fear and less than and the lower vibrational state, or something that I will pass on to other people. And I've been trying to practice since doing a little bit more of that inner child work, which, by the way, used to cringe me. Even the word inner child used to cringe inside of me. And I just decided to be really cheeky and light, as if I was with my best friend as a kid, and just, you know, make some funny faces and go, oh yeah, look at me in the funny mirror. And then it went, thankfully. But yeah, so that is one of the little tips that I will say, is that, because when I went to the ladies, the toilet, before going back to the car, the temptation to check every single mirror in the bathroom was there. It was like, oh, let me just check whether or not that reflection is reality. Now I know that we are more than our body. This isn't about being perfectly happy in our body all the time. It's about embracing our normality and not being so attached to the outside. But the truth is that those things can trigger us. So the second thing I wanted to share about is the photo shoot. Now, in the past, and actually today, let's be real, today, that is still out of my comfort zone. It's totally out of my comfort zone to have 4 hours where somebody's just taking a photo of me. Now, it's for my website, so it's for my business, and my experience of setting up a business is very much like early recovery, where I'm having to step out in the comfort zone and like brave new things and get into that icky part where I'm not quite sure about what I'm doing, and just keep doing it, keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. And that is what I would like to pass on with all of this. Now, same thing happened. 95% of the day, I was loving the experience, which, you know, honestly, if you asked me a couple of years ago, I would not have loved that experience. I noticed a few fears beforehand. I noticed a few judgments before the day, and a couple of moments in the day, she showed me some images, and there it was. There it was, the little dark lower part of me was like, oh, your belly's sticking out there. Oh, your chin's a little like, and it's angles. So don't always judge yourself on angles. Yes, we are way more than this exterior. So my top tip of today is, when we are experiencing any of that, if you can, put your hand on your heart and just breathe into your heart. Breathe into your heart space. Your heart has electromagnetic vibrations that are 10 times stronger than our brain. It has memory. It has, it has a pulse, and it altruistically pumps blood around our body and keeps us alive. And there is something to be said by just holding your hand on your heart, bringing yourself into the moment, into the here and now, and just appreciating our breath, appreciating that actually we are spirit. The thing that fills us up, our whole inside, doesn't come from that outside validation. And even though we all would like that, I would love to hear more of you engaging back with me. I'd love to be able to find out whether or not my content is useful to you. But what I'm doing is not dictated on that, because I'm going to be showing up anyway, for me just as much as for you. But yeah, my little passing on for this week is, come back to your heart, come back to your breath, and if you can, for 5 minutes, hold your hand on your heart and just be really, really present with that. I'm sending you loads of love. Hope you're all doing well. Please do comment if you can. Private message me if it's uncomfortable. And with that, much love.